Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Nihal. Let's understand another very important interview question. How does Web API work? The working process of Web API is actually very simple. A Web API acts as a middle layer between the client application and the database or backend server. Let's understand the complete flow step by step using this diagram. On the left side, we have the client application. This can be a web application, mobile application, Angular or React frontend, or even another system. Whenever client needs a data, it sends HTTP request to the web API. These requests are usually sent using HTTP method like get for fetching data, post for inserting data, put for updating data, delete for removing data. Now the Web API receives the request. After receiving the request, Web API processes it, and this may include validating data, applying business logic, checking authentication or authorization, calling services, or interacting with the database. Then the API communicates with the backend database to read or write data. Once database returns the response, the Web API prepares the response and sends it back to the client application. Usually, the responses is written in the JSON format because JSON is lightweight and easy to understand across different platforms. So the flow is client sent an HTTP request, Web API processes the request, database interaction happen, Web API send HTTP response back to the client. One important interview point to remember is Web API is a stateless. That means every request is independent and server does not remember previous request automatically. Another important point, Web API is mainly work over the HTTP protocol, which makes them platform independent and easy to integrate with web, mobile, cloud, and third-party applications. In real-world application, this architecture helps maintain proper separation between front-end and back-end system, making application more scalable and maintainable. So this is how Web API works internally. Now let's move to the next interview question. Thank you.